Well, good afternoon, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody is having a great hump day, that hopefully you're getting over the hump. And I am getting back into swing of things. Let me say shout out to the best fans in the world, you guys, because you guys are always looking out for me. I appreciate it. Momo called me this morning and just checking to make sure I'm feeling okay and doing all right. Damn, that's a number 2, isn't it? Hang on for a second. Let me see if I have a number 1. Hold on. Found one. It's a square drive, a number 1 for these molding screws. But I have the best fans in the world. People checking on me to make sure I'm doing okay and stuff. And Blue Virus, somebody I haven't actually talked to in quite a while, he checked on me and told me he understands exactly what I'm going through because he lost his dad about 15 years ago as well. So it's nice to have so many people that care about me. But I was having a conversation with Momo, and you know Momo is Mr. Negativity. We all know that. He's always out there trashing my man Micah Parsons and things, and saying that he's just a one-hit wonder, and doesn't think that he's really that good. Because he's basically a 3-down guy, or a 3rd down guy. He's not going to be there when you need to stop the run. And I'm trying to educate people too. That may be true. It may be true that Micah Parsons is just too small to be a great run stopper. Okay? That may be true. But here's the thing that you may not know. I'm finally getting these cabinets built for my cousin. I've got his kitchen to do, and I cut out all the pieces. I cut out all the pieces to put together on Saturday and Sunday and Monday, and brought them all down here so I can actually work on them down here while I'm down here at the Red Brick House and get to work, because it's been hard for me to get motivated, but I need to come down here because my mother-in-law, of course, she lost her husband about 6 weeks ago too. But I wanted to point out something that maybe people haven't thought of. Now, I don't know that this is true, but I believe that it's possibly true. Now, here's the thing. First of all, they didn't know Micah Parsons could be a great pass rusher. That came out of necessity because we had so many injuries, right? That's the first thing. But you found out that Micah Parsons was above average, in fact, exceptional when it came to being able to rush the passer, right? Now, we don't know how the defense is designed. When I played nose guard in college, my first responsibility was to get into the offensive lineman, okay, as a nose tackle, nose guard back then, get my hands onto the body and try and find out, is it a run or is it a pass? And if it was a run, my job was to clog the middle. Just basically, don't let the offensive lineman get up there. If it's a double team, hit the ground and try and keep them from being able to move you. Basically, doing a 2-for-1. That way, the linebackers were clear. That was my job assignment. And you could look at that and say, well, damn, you didn't get very many tackles. You didn't get a whole bunch of sacks. But I was doing what I was supposed to. Because I remember when I showboated, when I was basically, I'm going to shoot the gap and go for the quarterback, I'm leaving the linebackers open. So here's the thing. We don't know if the defense is designed, because Micah Parsons is so good at rushing the passer, that their first instinct is, we want you to constantly be able to put pressure on the quarterback. So we're not worried about you stopping the run. See, here's the thing. What you have to understand is, if you're rushing the passer, you're going to overrun the running plays. You understand that, right? because you're upfield. You've got outside contain, and your job is to put pressure on the quarterback, okay? Because if it's a pass, we want to make sure there's always pressure on the quarterback. Are you following me yet? Am I making any sense? So when you are stopping the run, you are holding ground. If Micah Parsons just holds ground and then he has to pass rush, he's not going to be as effective as a pass rusher because now he's gotten into the body of the offensive lineman. We don't know that and here's the thing. If you're getting pressures, how do you get a pressure? How do you get a pressure? You get a pressure by being in the backfield against the quarterback. That means you're getting upfield, and you are one of the very best at doing that. And so as a defensive coordinator, we don't want to hamstring and take that away. If I know I can constantly put pressure on the quarterback by constantly having you with your first step is going to be going upfield to get the quarterback, then I've got 10 other guys that I can use to try and figure out how to stop the run. But I can scratch off the list getting pressure on the quarterback. And that's what I believe the Cowboys do. And ideally, if the offense is doing their job and they're scoring points, then that's making the other team pass the ball more, in which case I can exploit Micah Parsons. See, that's the part of the equation that people don't look at. They just say, well, he doesn't have any statistics as a run stopper. No, he doesn't have great statistics as a run stopper, but he is the best of the best when it comes to getting the quarterback. That means the defensive coordinator should be able to take, if I can get one guy who can just get at the quarterback, let me get 2 or 3 guys that are just great at stopping the run. And I can put them out there together because now I got some guys that are great at stopping the run, and I got a guy who's great at getting to the quarterback. And I got less problems then. That's the problem with our Cowboys, is we always look at one guy and say, we can win a Super Bowl with just that one guy, instead of understanding that it's a team concept and that I've got 10 other guys that I put on the field to go with that guy. And that's how I should be making some hay. You feel me? You feel me on that, guys? So that's a little football 101 on what you're trying to do as a defense. Now that's tight. Look at that. Look at that. Now that's a tight fit. Don't even need any screws in it to hold it. Alrighty, good people. As always, I appreciate y'all. And taking on the haters one at a time. And taking it as it comes. One day at a time with your help. I'm finally getting back into the swing of things. And it's a little chilly. But it's a wonderful day. Peace.